Hi, I'm Andrew Berry. In this first film, we're going to be looking at how to set up your new Lampert PUK5 machine. Everything comes included in this box. The one thing that you need extra is a bottle of argon gas. And this can be obtained from your local bottled gas dealer. The box contains all the equipment. We've got a nice little welcome pack here. We've got the flow regulator in this box. A box of accessories. We have the PUK itself, and our last box is the microscope. These are the boxes. Let's get them unpacked and show you. Once you've got the items out of the box, it is important to read what is contained within your welcome folder. It contains a small bag with small stainless steel plates and also a stainless steel piece of wire, basic welding instructions, a DVD with instructions in German, French, English, Spanish and Italian. In addition to that, it's also got information on the flow regulator, the welding wires, and also what is vitally important, the operating manual. There is a little bit of assembly, and that is on the microscope. Within one of your boxes, you will see a couple of armrests. These need to be attached before we go any further, and they are simply attached using the Allen key provided, and they go on either side of the microscope. And also within your accessories box, you will find your power lead. You will find the handpiece, the tubing for the argon gas, a box of normal electrodes, a box of InnoStar electrodes, both of these available in 0.5, 0.6, 0.8 millimeter diameter, and to fit the 0.8 millimeter diameter into the handpiece, an additional collet, and a couple of connectors as well, and also either a brass or glass fiber scratch brush. With all these on the bench, let's get this PUK5 assembled. We're going to start off with the handpiece. It only fits in one way into the holder here. Slide it in, turn the little wing nut on the side gently just to hold that in place. The connector here connects up to the front of the panel here. It only goes in one way, so there's no problems about getting it confused whichever way it goes. Just put it into place and just gently turn it slightly until it goes in. Push it and then use the thread on the outside then, and just make sure it is strongly tightened just with your hands. So through this lead flows the electric to the electrode and also the argon gas, which we will come to in a short while. A nice hand tight. Let's turn the machine round and let's sort out the connectors on the back. We'll carry on with the microscope. The microscope also has another lead that comes out of the optics. This is a nice long lead and it's coloured red on the end, and that will fit into this socket by here. It shows here the glasses and also the light, and that again, that just pops in one way, slots into position, and again we just screw that down until that locates nice and securely. This socket here is if you want to use the extractor and also the foot control, but we don't have that with this particular unit. Down here we have the on-off switch. Here is my mains lead. That will fit into the bottom here. Whilst we're on the back, let's put the argon gas tube. The argon gas goes into the bottom right-hand corner here. That is a simple push fitting on the connector, and then the nut then comes across and screws that into position as well. Again, nice hand tight. That's the connectors all sorted out on the back of the machine. Let's now turn our attention to our argon gas. In one of the boxes is the flow regulator. This is specially made by Lampert, and it allows for the correct delivery of argon gas to our PUK. It comes complete with a couple of dials. This dial here tells us how much pressure there is in the tank, and this dial here will tell us how much pressure is coming from the tank to the machine. So first of all, we need to put this connector into the top of our tank here. Now, it is vitally important that this joint is completely sealed. Have an appropriate wrench to close it really, really tight, and if necessary, use some suitable solution that will show if there is a leak or not. So this is a vitally important joint. We take the other end of our argon gas tube that goes into the back of our machine, put it onto the end there, and again a simple nut that we hand tighten like that there. So that is all the connectors ready. We're going to put this onto the floor where it's nice and safe, and I'll take you through setting up the rest of the machine. Just a couple of connectors left to be attached onto the front of the machine. You have two crocodile clips. The black plug now goes into the black socket, and another crocodile clip is supplied as well should you wish to use that, and you can also use that at the same time by piggybacking that plug onto the back of the first one. And these are here for you to hold on to the piece that enables you to have the electrical connection. We're ready now to turn the machine on. The on-off switch is located on the back of the machine. Turn that on, the light comes on the microscope, and the main unit comes on as well. We have to set up the flow of argon now from the cylinder, from the machine into the handpiece. This has to be a set delivery of gas. That's what we're going to set up now. We need to touch the screen initially. It comes up then with the touchscreen display. We have to press the central knob here. We keep it pressed for 3 seconds until the settings menu comes up. From this setup screen, we've got a lot of options. You can alter the intensity of the light. There's an expert menu. There's a welding sequence down here. And there's the language down the bottom in the center there that enables us to change it to German, Spanish, Italian, French, and Russian. What we're concerned with is this gas valve option here. As soon as we press that, it releases the gas through the handpiece. And as soon as the gas is coming through the handpiece, we will then adjust the control on our flow regulator. So 2 liters per minute of argon gas is coming through. We need to turn on the main supply slowly. So this left-hand dial here shows us how much pressure is in the tank. That tells us how full our tank is, and in fact this tank will need replacing pretty soon. This right-hand dial shows us how many liters per minute of argon gas is coming through the tube and out onto the handpiece here. We need to turn the knob counterclockwise initially. Then we press our gas valve upon the top. You will hear gas coming out. We then need to turn this control clockwise until this needle hovers around the 2 litres per minute. So the gas is coming out, and we will turn that knob until we get to 2. Once it's there, turn off the gas valve. And that has now set the correct amount of argon gas coming from the tank into our handset. 2 boxes of electrodes come with the kit, and also a diamond sharpening disc as well. So let's put an electrode and show you the correct procedure for that. They are all double-ended. They are sharp. Undo the nut on the side, take out the handpiece. This front nozzle here will just simply pull off, and inside here we have a chuck. Grab one of your electrodes, just pop it roughly into place. Now on the unit here we've got 2 little slots. There's a slot on the right hand and a slot on the left hand. This is to ensure that you get the correct length of electrode protruding from the handpiece. So don't fasten it in just yet. Put it in quite loose, put it into the groove that we've got here and push up with your handpiece so the handpiece touches the side. That now is the correct length. You simply hand tighten the nut. Do not use a spanner. Slip on the nozzle, put that into the holder, and that now is all set. Let's look at the optics and get this just right for you. What we need to do first is to adjust the eyepieces here, because everyone's eyes are different and nearer together and further apart. So need to look through the eyepieces and then move these eyepieces together until we see one image nice and clear. And what I'm looking at is the electrode that we've got down the bottom here. These are eyepieces here. The left hand one is the fine adjustment. So what we need to do is to close our left eye, look through our right eye, and use the adjustments that we've got here. This moves the microscope up and down. This one here is a bit more of a fine tuning. So we need to close our left eye, look through our right eye, and get the height of the microscope just right so the tip that we've got here is exactly in focus. And once that now is in focus, because our eyes are perhaps not equal strength, we can now turn the left hand eyepiece until the left eye now is in focus. And that's perfect. And once you've got both eyes in focus, the setup is complete. So that is how we unbox and set up the Lampert PUK5. Thanks for watching.